EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in Silicon Valley. And with the foghorn bellowing behind us, that means it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, two teams ready to square up. It's the Tennessee Titans and the San Francisco 49ers.
And now, faithful, please welcome your 2025 San Francisco 49ers.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. And we are underway here in Silicon Valley. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quick a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida, and I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player, and here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. That's good for a Titans first down.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
Up the middle, here comes Pollard. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10, the 30.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and you can see the results.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's
13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
18-yard line.
Another big-time run right here, Mike, and it's pretty clear for everyone to see what the plan is for this drive. It's to turn around and continue to feed the back, because right now, the defense has no answers to stop him.
There's Okonkwo open left side. And the Titans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
That's good for a Titans.
They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
Tennessee.
Wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
They give this to Jefferson on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
Now, that's going to be broken up in the end zone. Incomplete. There was no space to fit that one in. And now here comes 4th and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Sly's kick is good. And the Titans will take a 3-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a fourth-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He's taken down just shy of midfield. 15-yard pickup there. First down, 49ers.
Second and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They keep feeding him. 15 more on the ground. And another first down.
Start to see it back right now, Mike. That's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he does some good work on the ground here. Going to take it inside the 30 with a run of 8 yards.
29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 29, here's second and a yard. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 1.
Waste of time.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have a 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on third and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
That is caught, and he'll take it on in. George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes, and this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is good. the 49ers move out to a 7-3 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Julius Chestnut to bring it back. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense going to take over now for the second time. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
To throw is Ward. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down for Tennessee.
1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On the give, it's Pollard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Play fake, now Ward to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Stoppage here, one of the is down. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll run for it, and it's Malone. And he's going to have a Titans 1st down. Quite a call there. 4th and inches. They go for it, and they gain 5.
1st down.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Now, 1st down throw for Ward. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
13 yards.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Here's first and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Ward. He's got room to roam. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Bryce Huff in there to drop him. That time, it's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Out of the gun, Ward. That caught Tony Pollard. And he will get into the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end. And they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. His kick is good. And the Titans are on top. It's now 10-3.
49ers 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. Purdy going to keep this one himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
10 yards to go.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Third down. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. there of 13. It's good for a Niners first down.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A first down throw for Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Juwan Jennings. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 13 plucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with first and 10. Back to the air is Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and a yard. Here's Purdy making the read and keeping it.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Throw left side, complete to Pearsall. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He'll take this down inside the 30. Amani Hooker there on the tackle.
Hooker up for the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Brings up third and
3. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing third and 3. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
To throw on first down is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, 49ers.
First down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Luxurious speed on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. From the gun, it's Purdy. That one to the end zone, but incomplete.
Intended for
Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
3rd down and 3. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time.
Incomplete.
And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Piniero's kick is good. And the 49ers will level the score at 10 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So, the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, it's Jim DK. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. Tony Pollard heading out the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On play action, it's Ward. That is the rookie from Stanford, Alec Iomanner. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a 1st down.
And the Titans, 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire 1st half, and
1st down.
just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Play action, Ward. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. He was looking for Van Jefferson there.
2nd and 10.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They give to Pollard on the option. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
3rd and 2, Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. In there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle on the right side. And he's taken down up past the 35. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
The motion man here is Bourne. On second down, Purdy. Open man there, it is Bourne. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points, but after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drop. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Play fake, now Ward to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Bryce Huff, the former Jet, in there to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And that is incomplete.
And I think at this point here, second quarter of this game, I think now is where we can start seeing each team open up their offense a little bit more. Early on, everyone's kind of feeling each other out, getting a taste of what the game plans are. Here, they finally take a shot downfield. Nice job by the defense, but this is going to put a little depth in that coverage and hopefully open up some other things.
He's going to dial up another deep ball, and that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. The Niners offense ready to get back at it.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll get forward for a couple. The linebacker, Cody Barton, in on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 7. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They run once more with McCaffrey. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw, Purdy. He's got his man, completes a Pearsall. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
49er, first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
This one complete to Bourne. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. That's complete to Pearsall. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Open space inside the 10. To the pylon, he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, here comes Chestnut. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. In the field, he's got a control. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. The clock is stopped with 26 seconds until the break.
39-yard line.
So, from the 39, they come up on first and 10. From the gun, here's Ward.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Second and inches. Shotgun snap for Ward. This one brought in by Ioman. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. First and 10. Throwing again is Ward. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
Ward sacked. A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
So, halftime here out west. Let's send it east to Scott Hansen. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a keeper on his own read. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, Mike, it's funny when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
3rd down. Purdy. Incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Titans offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive, and he'll get about 5.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards.
14 on the pickup. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
A gain of 14.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
1st and 10, and they give it to Pollard. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Ward. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. He's got his man, complete to Iomanner. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down for Tennessee.
And the Titans, 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st down, Ward. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Loss of a yard.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass, it stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
It's
a gain there of 16 yards. That's good for a Titan first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not having it. Going to lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Ward. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Here's Ward. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A 41-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are able to cut it to 4. 17 to 13.
Firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense headed back to take over once more.
27-yard line.
First and 10. Purdy. He's got a man. That's Kittle. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 2. Now it's McCaffrey. He'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's Saul, the man in motion. Throwing on first down is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here?
Or now McCaffrey loses the football. The Titans may cover guess. Tennessee ball.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Play action. Ward. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 17 yards. First down for Tennessee.
It's a gain of 17
So every team
yards.
practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They give this to Jefferson on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
"21" is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Throwing, Ward. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Alec Iomanner. Touchdown, Titans.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Out comes Sly for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Titans go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Kittle is the man in motion. He'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Purdy on 1st down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more.
And he will go all the way. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers have taken a 4-point advantage.
Niners 24, Titans 20.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, here comes Chestnut. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and quarterback Cam Ward headed back out onto the field, and he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. Up the sideline to the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 28
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Moving to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Ward. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there, unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Pollard, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. Looking to throw, it's Ward. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Sam Mukuwatu. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up 3rd and long.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw is Ward. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter, but time has expired and the 3rd has come to an end. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to get back within a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Play action, it's Ward. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. There's Okonkwo open left side. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
8 yards on the
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
That's made right side by Ileman.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run here. It's Pollard. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Again, they try Pollard. And And this time he's in. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through, and the Titans go up by 3. It's 27-24.
49ers 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. He fields it at the 8, and it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 2nd down, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 2.
Kittle is the man in motion. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down by about a yard. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the fourth quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up 1st down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Open man there. It is Bourne. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 18 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
The coverage right there, and it's knocked away, incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
Xavier Woods on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Kittle is the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key third downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
The 49ers out for the punt. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Tony Pollard heading out with the rest of his Tennessee teammates for their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Oh, he's going to find his running back downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good.
They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
On the play. 1st down, Titans.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
In motion, Okonkwo. To the air again, Ward. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, it's Ward. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. The Niners offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Again, it's McCaffrey. Whoa! To the 45. Down the sideline. Inside the 25. The defense saves the touchdown, but a terrific run. It'll be 1st and goal inside the 10. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 68 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Arden Key gets in there for the sack, and now it's 3rd and goal.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the 4th quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here comes Chestnut. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. This game level following the made field goal. So they need to put something together here. It begins with 1st and 10. Running here, it's Pollard. Tony Pollard! Inside inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 79 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Sly now for the point after. He's got it, and the Titans will go up by 7.
Titans 34, 49ers 27.
So the lead is 7 now here in this fourth quarter. The tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Niners offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. To throw on first down is Purdy. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Purdy now on second down. This one complete to Bourne. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so to defend. They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He'll up the middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that fourth down conversion.
First and 10.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. A short one there, caught by Kittle. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and
the drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That is is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Fourth down. It's Purdy. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
First down.
Well, it's pretty clear where the defense anticipated this ball going on fourth down. They did a great job against the tight ends and the wide receivers, but the guy they didn't account for was the running back, and the quarterback sensed it, got it out of his hand quick, and he's able to pick up the first down.
This offense still has the one timeout to use. First and 10 coming up now. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's over the middle to Kittle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. The Niners will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. Here is first and 10. Again in the air for Purdy. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And it's a touchdown! They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for two, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it two-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. And now the decision is go for two. That's a gutsy call, and really, in effect, it's ball game right here. That's going to be caught. Not playing for the young team. They get the two-point conversion and take the lead here in the final minute.
Great decision here, Mike. This was made well before that touchdown score. You want to win the game in regulation. You don't want to play for a tie and take your chances in overtime, but because there's less than a minute, not a ton of time for your opponent to go down and kick a field goal, this is the right move, and we'll see if it pays off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up for first and 10. Shotgun snap for Ward. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And the clock will stop. Timeout called with 5 seconds remaining.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 45-yard line.
Now 2nd and inches. One last throw here for Ward. A ball deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, and this one will come to an end. So the faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.